Hello everybody, welcome to the VIZRT group booth here at IBC 2022. My name is Chris Black, and today I'm going to be showing you the new Viz Engine 5. Now, Viz Engine 5 has a number of new improvements that are going to help you to make the impossible possible every day. And one of the new things that we're going to be talking about with Viz Engine 5 is adaptive graphics. Now, why adaptive graphics? Well, it's pretty straightforward actually if you think about it. We did a recent poll and we found out, on average, global internet users aged 16 to 64 are spending an hour and a half every day streaming content. And this is on laptops, tablets, phones. This is all of the content that you are creating every day. Your news productions, your sports productions, your entertainment shows. And they're not experiencing it on large 60-inch TVs. They're doing it with the devices that they have in their hands. Now at the same time, we're seeing studios all over the world having large video walls, like this one here, of different aspect ratios. And all of those video walls need content as well. So we need to have professional live production tools that allow you to have adaptive graphics for all of these output channels, no matter what kind of channel they are. So here's adaptive graphics. We're looking at VIZRT, our design application. We'll look more about this a little bit later. But with adaptive graphics, you can have one graphic in different aspect ratios, different branding, all at the same time as part of a single graphic. So here on our 4K wall, we have some basic graphics here on this interview. We shrink down to a phone size. We need to condense the graphics a little bit. But when we switch it to 9:16, you really have to take into consideration the space that you have for the graphic. So as you go through the different aspect ratios, you can see the changes already that are best for the viewing conditions, even in your video walls or on large outdoor monitors. Now to control all of this, we're going to be using graphics production tools. One of them is being VizTrio, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. But we'll have a little quick preview here of our design platform, VizArtist, where you can start seeing that, you can design the graphics very easily. You have adjustments for the text. You can change the aspect ratios. You can change quite a lot on here and make it look any way you want. But in the control room is where it's really important. In the control room, your graphics operator needs to have control over these graphics. So we go to VizTrio, where you play back all of your full screen graphics, live, lower thirds, etc. And they can see the different aspect ratios of the graphic. But in reality, all they're doing is just triggering one graphic. And Viz Engine is actually adapting all the graphic for your different aspect streams automatically. So the operator doesn't see 3 different graphics, he only sees one, and he just plays that one graphic and it goes through all of your output streams. Very easy, no muss in the control room, and the viewers at home just get the best stream for their aspect ratio for their device. Now let's take a look at how this is designed. And for that, we're going to go into VizArtist, our design platform. So VizArtist 5 has been updated with adaptive graphics in mind. So we're going to take a look at that. Here we go. So this is VizArtist. This is our design platform. This is the same tool that you use for designing lower thirds, virtual sets, AR graphics, and in this case, adaptive graphics, where we've added in adaptive design. We can go in here and build out different zones. You have some basic tools such as margins, borders, padding. You can add in 3D models. You can bring in images, text, videos. And once you start changing the aspect ratio, the system is going to make automatically those changes for you. Then as a designer, you just make the small adjustments that you need, and it's done. And those small adjustments can be not just moving things around, but also changing the branding and the color, so that you can have different branding, different color on your different aspect ratios, all within the same graphic. So that's adaptive graphics from Viz Engine 5. Now, adaptive graphics are easy to use. Adaptive graphics also allow you to have automatic when they're going live, and it's giving the best possible viewer experience no matter where your viewers are experiencing your content. But let's take a look at some other new additions to Viz Engine 5. So Viz Engine 5 is what we call the possibility engine, because it gives you unlimited possibilities of creating immersive worlds where you can tell any story. And so we're going to take a look at some of the tools in Viz Engine 5 that make that really possible for you. The first off is the Fusion Render pipeline. So Fusion Renderer is our native renderer that we have as part of Viz Engine 5. And it allows you to create real-time photorealistic virtual sets as part of your studio. So here's a virtual set that we've created of the Lincoln Memorial. We can have live election data coming in here. This is all live lighting, reflection, shadows, and it's all done in that same design tool that you saw before with adaptive graphics, where you can design anything that you want to have for your live production. It also gives you very nice font handling, so you have the sharpest possible fonts for any of your live productions. But let's go back and take a look at that virtual set scene for a moment here. So here's the virtual set. I said this is live lighting. Let's actually bring in some harsh daylight into the studio. There we go. And that daylight can be hitting the AR elements, such as this, and adding real-time shadows on here. This is a simple controller that we have to be able to control those graphics. Now, at the same time, we can have data drive the lighting in the studio, so you can have real shadows, but we can also have the lighting from the data changing the light in the studio because it's not burnt in. This is not post-rendered. This is all happening in real time. So we can change the color, red or blue, based on the election data, and it's going to change reflections on the walls, the lighting, everything in real time. But this is the virtual set. Let's expand this out to a much larger immersive world, and we're going to do that with our native Unreal Engine 5 integration. So with Unreal Engine 5 working together with Viz Engine 5, we can create these large immersive environments. So here we have all of Washington, D.C. designed in real time in our studio. And with Viz Engine 5, we can then take that and turn it into something that can be used for live production, working with your virtual sets, working with your video walls with low latency, and that's very key there. Now, we also want to be able to bring in the things that make this usable for a news story. So if we're talking about elections, we want to have election data visualized in the Unreal Engine scene. So here we have this election data coming in here. Now again, we can bring in the live data through Viz Engine 5 and have that updated in real time, or we can give your operators a simple control interface. They're not having to use Unreal Engine for this. They can have a simple control interface where they can change the content and it updates in Unreal Engine. And then we can tie all the worlds together where we have Unreal Engine 5 running in this huge immersive environment, going straight in to that virtual set for your presenter standing there. And that is Viz Engine 5. That's the possibility engine. It's giving you unlimited possibilities for visual storytelling, from being able to have large immersive virtual environments to also giving you the best possible experience for your viewers, no matter where they're seeing their content. So thanks, that's it for my presentation today. This is, I'm representing here VIZRT for the Viz Engine 5, but VIZRT group is NewTek, NDI, and VIZRT. And we are all here on the stand here today. VIZRT is on the back of the booth, so if you want to see more about Viz Engine 5 and also our cloud live production tools, take a look back there, check it out. We also have TriCaster and NewTek right here, so if you want to see live production tools from NewTek there. And we have our partners from NDI right around the corner here, so go over there and check out some of the camera technology that they're showing off over there. But that's it for today's presentation. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you again in about half an hour.